One of these days I gotta figure that out. Okay, good morning everybody. It is Wednesday. A lot of people out there have been a bit paranoid about things going on in the world, and I don't blame you. The world can be a paranoid place, a scary place, where something called reality happens. Um, I have seen so many strange things over these past few years, going on in the world. I thought maybe it's just me getting old, you know? But, uh, another freezing cold day. But of course, it's the global warming. The global warming is responsible for everything. The global warming is responsible for your jock itch. The global warming, is the reason why Way caught that one girl, you cute looking one, you want to ask out, doesn't want to talk to you. The global warming is the reason why I don't know, dogs lick themselves. I'm not. It's just, oh, I can't believe they're still pushing that shit. It's like, it's like guys. As I keep saying, when planet Earth wants rid of us, she gonna get rid of us. I'm sorry, but it's documented throughout the ages that the climate changes. But because we've been doing something for a little over 200 years, and we're somehow, getting Mother Earth pissed off, and it's like the LA fires. It's all global warming. I'm like, no, it's called somebody, have this area where they know it's particularly dry, it's susceptible to fire, it's been going on for years, and someone either threw a cigarette butt out a window or lightning struck something, and boom, you've got a fire. But then add on to that the stupidity of the people running the governments out there, local and state, who are not ready for this. They knew there had been a dry spell. They knew there was a very intense chance of fire. Yet, let me see, the water to most of the hydrants was turned off. They didn't have fire engines on standby during a time when they know there's likely going to be a wildfire. You know, just little things like that, that make, people are paranoid about. I'm like, guys, we're finally now in the 21st century, and the government's finally admitting that, yep, there's shit flying around in the sky we don't know about. They knew about this years ago. They're just now telling you they knew. Here's the thing. We talk about Doctor Who and all that a lot, which involves aliens coming to the Earth and whatnot. But sadly, to a lot, of the conditioning we've received via the media, movies, and all that over the years, and TV, I'm not kidding. How would you react? And I sit down and I think about this every now and then. Sure, it puts a strain on the one or two remaining brain cells I have running around out there. But let's say you're walking into your living room, middle of the night. You just want to get a drink of water. You woke up and there is a being standing there that looks nothing like anything you've ever seen before in your life. A lot of people goes, I'd be friends with him. No, because your primitive ape brain, the first thing that's going to go through your head is fight or flight. I don't know about you, but if I walk to my living room middle of the night and there's like a 3 or 4 foot tall guy standing there, and he doesn't have anything resembling your anatomy, just kind of except for the fact maybe they're walking on 2 feet and they got 2 hands and 2 arms, how would you react? Really? You're not going to go, oh, how's it hanging? Get out of the way, I'm on my way to the sink. It's or you get up in the middle of the night for that bathroom trip, and it's like, get out of the way, Mitzelplick, I got to take a whiz. It's like, And also think of the ramifications. I don't want to step on anybody's religious beliefs or anything, but finding out that there's life forms that have been around a lot longer than us, it's going to go, wait a minute, I thought we were the only game in town. And that's going to cause weird shit to happen. That's one of the reasons they don't tell anybody this stuff. Not to mention, it's like, well, we got these guys. They're up there in things we can't touch, defend you from, and all that. And they've been monkeying around with people for how many years? But they're not going to tell you that because they want everybody to assume life is normal and everything's going to go on just fine. I know there's a bunch of ladies and other folks out there who wouldn't mind being probed by the 10th Doctor, but they're probably not going to look anything like that. No, David Tennant's not going to appear in the middle of your thing where you're going, hello, it's time again. I can't do a David Tennant thing to save my life. So, oh, well, there's only 3 of you left. So what are we going to talk about this morning? Like I said, I did a quick scan around this morning and last night before I went to bed. And other than, like you said, 10th Planet soundtrack's probably getting released on vinyl. I'm assuming that's the soundtrack you're talking about, right? And it's like, me, that freaks me out. Vinyl's back after all these years. Used to be you had to go to like a record store, or one of them collectors outlets or whatever to get an LP. And now there's actually a freaking album section back at like Walmart. Last time I was there, I looked over and there are LPs on a rack. And, a bunch. It was a whole aisle. Sure, it was like half an aisle, but I'm like, shit, I ain't seen that in like 20, 30 years. That's when you know you're old. But I love checking out this stuff and all that, and it's like, of course, I love it. They're doing another investigation into the Kennedy files and all that, because we want transparency with the American people, speaking of politics. And I'm like, guys, and they're basically confirming there was more than one shooter. Guys, they did that back in the 70s. It was called the House Select Committee on Assassinations. And also, how can you tell me Sirhan killed Bobby Kennedy when he was standing like how many feet in front of him, yet the fatal bullet came to his right mastoid bone within like 2 or 3 inches? RFK never had his back turned to him. Which means somebody shot him in the back of the head, execution style. This is fact. This is on the coroner report, because the coroner, from what I heard, refused to doctor the report. He handed in a legitimate report. And I know, I love the Red Dwarf episode. I still get a laugh out of that. This is going to drive those conspiracy nuts crazy. Well, guess who was nuts? Ha! And then they had this thing today. They confirmed there were 2 shooters. I'm like, no, there was like 3 shooters, if not more. And we can tell that from the audio recording because the one police officer's mic was shorted open during the whole event. Of course, they tried to discredit this later and say, well, that they reuse the tape so often. Trust me, those gunshots, they said it was 4 to 6 and possibly as many as 11 shots fired from 3 different directions. Hell, they put the kill shot using the audio tape by triangulation within plus or minus 3 feet of the grassy knoll where everybody down in the plaza said that's where they heard the shot come from, the final one. So, Enough of that, though. Like I said, I can go on about JFK for hours because I studied that. Because I used to be one of them guys who said, oh, well, they told me in school that Oswald did it, so that must be it. Nope. Oswald couldn't hit the broadside of a barn from the inside with a bazooka. Like I said, I'd love to be talking about Doctor Who news with you. It's just we don't have a whole lot. There's not really a whole lot going on. We're still hanging in limbo. We're still waiting for an official air date. All we got is a generalization from one of the writers about April, May. And it's like, that's 2 months, guys. Put together, is it starting in April and going into May, or, what's happening? And I'd love to give you more news on that subject, but like I said, we're in limbo until we get, some kind of announcement. And of course, you got the naysayers, the Nardi, the drunkard, and his bunch of buddies are out there going, it means the show is over. They should have announced it by now. No, it's called Disney's playing conservative football right now because they've had their asses handed to them by this series they thought was going to be this mega star that went right down in the ground and smacked like, oh man, it hit the ground harder than actually the Tunguska meteor didn't actually hit the ground, but it went off. It was a bigger bomb than any H-bomb we've set off. And then they find out, it was like $350 million over budget. It's like, so Disney is being very careful. Even though they made billions, here's the thing, one philosophy I got to pass on. I know there's no Hollywood celebrities watching this, but if you're going to be in a movie, keep your mouth shut, cash your paycheck, you get more work. Don't do press conferences, don't say dumb shit about the movie, and your career will be just fine. Just smile and nod and think about the money. How do you think I get through a day here? 9 hours. I smile and nod and try to think about the money and the fact that I will be going home when this is over. Oh. The problem is, though, getting back used to another ship. Yeah. So, yeah, Mark, keep that in mind. I don't care if they put you in Snow White, like Rachel Zegler. It's like, dummy, you could have had, you're an attractive actress. All you had to do was smile, nod, collect your money, and you'd gotten another movie. But no, you had to put some nonsense out there. And I still can't figure out why, and I have not watched this movie. I probably never will, the remake of Snow White. Why would Gal Gadot, as the evil queen, be jealous of the looks of Snow White? It's like Gal Gadot, it's like I got to walk up to the evil queen in that movie and go, are you really looking in that mirror? Because, quite frankly, I'd be on you sooner than Snow White if I wasn't married. Okay. Ziegler went on about this whole weird nonsense about, the prince is not going to save us this time, blah, 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 this, that, and a whole bunch of other. Just look it up. You'll find it. Okay? I'm not kidding. Look it up. It's been all over the media. It's been all over YouTube for like the last year. Her and Gal Gadot had a little session. It's like, babe, it's like Gal Gadot's got nothing to worry about because she's going to still be making money off Wonder Woman for a while now. Okay? Except for Wonder Woman 84, which I still don't know what the hell they were thinking when they decided to do that. But I like that. I'm jealous of Snow White's looks. It's like, you sure that magic mirror is working right? It's like, Well, yeah, that's how they get money. Those guys are taking advantage of cartoon characters coming into public domain. I'm really can't wait to see the Popeye movie because I have this eerie feeling there's going to be a certain, shall we say, movie version of that's not going to be. It's going to be rated one step way below NC-17, if you know what I'm talking about. I just hope they get a better looking actors for olive oil. And then next thing you know, it's Popeye and Bluto decide to give olive oil a night of her life, and I'm not kidding. It's going to be horrible. Just like that Doctor Horror movie. God, somebody sent me screen caps of that. I'm like, I don't want to see that. Well, I got to get going, folks. I just looked at the time. I've been running over 15 minutes, and it's almost time to walk in. So, okay, that's what it was, Si. I couldn't remember what it was exactly, but like I said, if you want to find the clips, yeah, they're out there for Rachel Zegler. It's like Shia LaBeouf learned that lesson the hard way, and it was only after he apologized. I think it was Spielberg, Lucas, and everyone and their grandmother that he's finally even seeing work again. So, take care, everybody. Please enjoy your Wednesday. It's Hump Day, which is cool because we are off this Saturday, but we're working next Saturday. I'll have to remind you later. So, be kind, be calm, be safe. Enjoy your Hump Day, and we'll see you all hopefully tomorrow morning. Take care, everybody. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Hang on. It's here somewhere. Oh, there it is.